Hey there. I just moved to a new home, to us, but this home is pretty old. It's almost 100 years old, and I have this dream of turning this old home into a really awesome old smart home. And so today I'm starting that out. I have behind me here some of the stuff I'm going to use to get started. I purchased a Ubiquiti UDMSE. I have some switches, some Wi-Fi access points, 1,000 feet of Cat 6 cable, some Cat 6 terminators, and I'm gonna get started. This home is really cool. Since it's so old, it's been modified a lot of times over the years, and some previous owner has installed quite a bit of Cat 5e. So my first task in this is gonna be tracking down where all the Cat 5 goes. And labeling it. I'm really stickler about that. I like to know where stuff is going, where it's coming from. So step one in this project is going to be mapping out where everything is going. Okay, so for anyone who's never traced cables before, I have the generator, the signal generator right here. So I'm going to plug this guy into here, and then here's some cord that I want to figure out where it goes. So I'll plug it in. I like the alternating tone setting on there. And then you've got your wand, and far away makes no noise, but then you can trace that cable and you can hear it. There's our signal. So now we know that one goes to the garage connection point there. Fun fact, I thought I'd talk about this for a sec. So this magnet that the cord is being wrapped through is called a Ferrite bead and reduces noise interference from RF. Both of the lines that were coming in from my house out to my garage had these. So twisted pair, Cat 5, Cat 6, whatever, is already kind of resilient to RF, but there's no reason you have to take them off. So I'm going to leave mine on. Hopefully that, gives me a little better signal out here to the garage. So. Other network cables are coming in. So we're going to punch a little hole right there next to those. So here I needed a little help, and so I went and got my wife, and she was mostly happy to help out. Got it?
Got it.
Yanking this out.
So here is your job.
No.
So you have to
Okay.
make sure it goes up that hole right. Be looking up there. Make sure. Yeah, just gotta make sure it goes up right, okay?
I want to be in bed.
Hey.
Oh, I love that this cable's red.
Okay, so I finally got this done. I have my 4 coils of Cat 6 ready to go to the other side for the cameras eventually. And then I have my shorter one, which is just gonna go over there a little bit for my access point up here. So I didn't end up actually filming the part where I run the cable through the attic. I spent most of my time focused on what you can see here, trying to get a cable or something down through this little hole in my attic. It was so close to reaching the basement. I was like on the other side of a board, but I just couldn't find it. So I got super frustrated, and by the time I ended up finding an actual channel that went all the way to my basement, I was freaking done with recording. So anyway, we're moving on to the rest of the project. Here you go. Okay, so we have our cables coming down from the attic, and I'm going to tidy those up. We've got our dream machine, got some tools. Okay, I've got the 2 RJ45s on for the Wi-Fi here with the green, and then this one is going out to the garage. Now we'll go ahead and unbox the dream machine. So one thing I think I might change about this setup if I was to do it again is to, instead of purchasing the Dream Machine Special Edition, I would purchase a Cloud Gateway Fiber and use those like $200 extra that I would have saved to purchase a dedicated NVR, because I think down the road I'm going to be doing that anyway, and then a PoE switch. I think the reason I went with this is just because I wanted it to look pretty in my server rack eventually, but yep, stuck with it now. Sweet. So there's our UDM, and we have our power supply. So we've got the rack. Looks like we have the rack mounting kit here, which we'll use next week once we actually put it in the rack. For now, we'll set that there. And this is just going to live on the box for the next week. I really like that the power is locked in place. Okay, so out here in the garage, I got everything cable managed. I got my in from the basement coming to my USP, and I got my up to my access point headed up. I have this cable here for all the other cameras eventually when we run those, and then these other ones, these blue guys, go to the other ports in the house, and I'm going to leave those unplugged for right now. But I think this looks decent given what I had. So let's go connect the access point. Alright, so me and my little helper you might hear in the background got the access point opened up. So here we have our U7 light, got the mounting plate, screw template, some hardware. Yep, she's telling us all about it. And then we have the tools we got. So our RJ45 tester, the drill bits, some tape to hold it up, and the drill. So let's get mounting. So down in my kitchen, I used the mounting template, drilled the holes, put the screws up through the drywall, and it was just barely too close to a stud, so the mounting plate wouldn't work. So you see here, I went in and I ended up cutting off the side of the mounting plate so that it would fit there. Definitely no one's fault but my own, and kind of annoying, but everything still worked. So here I'm doing a little bit of cable management before I pass the cord down through the mounting hole. And man, I hate working next to insulation. I was so itchy after this. And then I'm putting the RJ45 connector on the end of the wire and running a little test on it. And we're all good. And then here is the access point itself. And super easy with the mounting plate, just snaps right in place. And then there's a little bar that you have to use to take it off. Well, I think that looks pretty good. Let's go plug it in and see if it connects. So I did have one issue connecting the access points. When you initially connect it to the Dream Machine, they check for new firmware, and both of the access points after checking for firmware dropped off, and I had to reset them and reconnect them. I don't know if it's something I did, but yeah, that was the only hiccup. Otherwise, everything went great and it's all set up. Okay, so it's been about 2 months since I initially did all this setup, and have to admit, after 2 months, I'm really happy with it. I have my dream machine set up in a SiteMagic configuration with my parents' house, and I have a backup NAS running at their home and a few other things. It's also nice because anytime my mom calls wondering what's up with the internet, I can log in on my phone and tell her exactly what's up. I'm super happy with how the cable management turned out. A lot of things have changed down here in my basement. I ran an extra circuit to the server rack just because I wanted a lot of headroom in case I ever want to run anything there. And then I ran an extra circuit to this room here. This is my office. Put in hue lights. I might have another video covering that. But anyway, super happy with how this all turned out. One favor I want to ask is, if you got to this point in the video, obviously you enjoyed some part of it. Please let me know what you enjoyed. I make these videos because it's stuff that I'm doing and I've wanted to make videos, and so I'm making this video. So if there's something you would kind of like to see as I turn my 100-year-old home into a retrofitted smart home, let me know what you'd be interested in seeing. And with that, I'm signing off. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye.